Ro32, MyuNgSiK versus Innovation here in Group B of the GSL Code S.
Down here in the bottom right, in the pink, the Protoss player, he's up 1-0. He is.
KT roster MyuNgSiK.
No longer the Goldilocks Protoss.
Yeah.
No longer Caleris.
But he's still MyuNgSiK.
Yes. And down to the bottom left in red.
Pacer Innovation.
A little bit stressed out actually after that loss. Looking tired too.
Yeah.
All night practice session. Now, what's that Hot 6 can? You want to know what I think is going to happen? Okay, I'll tell you Hot 6 can. This map on these spawning locations screams Innovation timing attack with SCV pull, probably on an empty third or a third that's not running for very long. And I think that's what we're going to see here. It's a map that he's chosen. It's the style that he likes. And yeah, Hot 6 can, I think that's what's going to happen. That would be my prediction. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. I mean, we went a little bit into what we thought MyuNgSiK would do, but we still have yet to see whether or not Innovation is going to let him get to that style, because you have to play pretty passive to allow a Protoss to get a lot of Colossi, a lot of those Phoenixes out, to get that big death ball going. And if you just don't give him the time to make all those units, then you can definitely take a win pretty early.
Yeah. Fan taking note of that dangerous Protoss style we've been seeing on that Cheerful. Picking up 2 GSL coins.
Yeah, he does. You guys could also get 2 GSL coins if you come down and make a Cheerful and get it on camera.
You don't have to say that Wolf is more handsome than Artosis in order to get it. You can say anything you like about StarCraft or...
Is that an ongoing debate? Is that a thing?
No. But I'm just saying, like, if you thought that would be like the only way you could get GSL coins is to, like, you know, state this sort of idea, this concept that's been thrown around. That's not what you have to do. You just gotta, you know, put something on there that's nice.
Something witty.
Cheerful, you know.
Something funny, a good drawing would do it.
And that's why they're called Cheerfuls, because, you know, you want to put something cheerful. Sometimes when your favorite player loses, you might put something sad, but we still call them Cheerfuls.
Yeah, I guess at that point you're just trying to cheer up the player that lost, you know? If we go deep into this, like, what does the meaning actually mean?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going for.
Well, if you take it, cheerful is actually an adjective that is made into a noun in this case by the Korean language. It's you know, pretty complicated. Now, this is a good scout here by Innovation. Checks the Nexus. We do have this backdoor expand on this map, which is further a reason why you know, this sort of timing attack could be quite strong, because you have this fast backdoor expansion. You know, again, with the eBay coming up, we don't see a CC first. A lot of Terrans would choose to CC first on this map because you have that extra safety. I'm feeling like we might see a timing.
Could very well happen. We saw Innovation do in the last game. He got pretty fast, +1/+1, and went for a kind of pressure with that.
Yeah.
With Medivacs, we could see him do some kind of drop play there at that backdoor base. Could definitely do it. It's very close by air.
So, I mean, the Stargate play is, not only is it the obvious choice of MyuNgSiK because he's MyuNgSiK, but he already did it in game 1, and it worked. And now he's in this situation where the bases are so close, it's really easy to shut down drops, because drops are probably going to be coming his way pretty soon.
And this Reaper literally saw everything.
Yep.
Saw the entire base, knows exactly what MyuNgSiK is doing.
He's like, you haven't even taken your gas at your natural yet, I checked. And he's like, on your most leftmost patch, you have 1,465 minerals left, I know it. Ooh. Oh, he actually panic recalled there. I'm not so sure that was necessary. But better safe than sorry.
Doesn't want to have to remake that Mothership core at this point.
Yeah. It's important to note, though, that if an attack comes, he's going to be a little bit less on energy. I think it's fair, though, to recall here, because though attack is going to be coming immediately, there's definitely a period of time where not only is it pretty impossible for the Terran to get across and do damage, but you're also sending an Oracle across the map that he has to respond to defensively. So by the time an attack comes, he'll probably have most of its energy back. I think it's okay.
Yeah. With the scout that Innovation got a bit earlier, he knows that an Oracle is probably coming his way, so he's got his Marines in position. He made one turret there at the natural. and the Marines here in the main. But again, only one turret isn't going to be enough to deter. I think he could have gotten maybe one SCV and gotten out, but choosing to be a bit safe. Just getting out.
Yeah. There goes the starport. Keep an eye on the production tab. Notice if Innovation adds a third CC or if he stops SCV production at any time. For Innovation, oftentimes SCV units are Army units, though. So he's going for a timing. He's like getting those out. He's like, well, I mean, I've got these CCs. Might as well be making these Army units with them. They're going to fight. They're going to do some tanking. They can give me some money. Careful control in the circle this time.
Yeah. Doesn't lose it. Flies away. And we see a Phoenix. First Phoenix being made here, so we're probably going to see that style once again.
King of Phoenixes, man. This is what MyuNgSiK loves. MyuNgSiK thinks the counter to Hydras is not, in fact, Colossi, but Phoenixes. Knows that Vikings not the best against Phoenixes, and loses his Oracle a bit carelessly here. That hurts a little bit. No more poking and scouting. He's going to require an observer for that.
Yeah. We saw in the last game that Oracle was doing such good work with that Revelation. He was just seeing exactly where the army was at all times. Even catching the medevacs at some point so that he couldn't drop. Was doing a very good job with that. Did you see the first Phoenix that comes out is being used for scouting, coming across the top right area. Just going to scout those different locations.
Okay, 2 medevacs boosting across. Are scouted. Warping 1 zealot. The cannon will finish just in time. And even brings the Phoenix. I don't know how long these medevacs are really going to be able to stick around. Not with the Colossus there, not at all. He will scout the Phoenix, most likely, I would say, with his drop, because he's going to show it. Okay, comes into the side. The Colossus is ready. And runs away with only 2 more Rs in this. And not knowing that I'll be able to be unloaded. Definitely the safe choice.
Immediately starts powering up back at home. He wants to get more of those barracks with that third base. He's going to be able to make a lot more units. So gets those 2 barracks. Making medevacs, getting his army stronger here. That +1 to armor is about to finish. Just does right now.
Yep. Am I going to pile in? Nice. I got this. Count on me. Third base is complete. He's going up to 55 plus SCVs with an armory. We see a timing. It's definitely not going to be anytime soon. He's really wanting to possibly get the +2/2 and the +1 for the Vikings before he does anything like that. Wants to go up to 6 medevacs before he starts Vikings. That's pretty much the standard. In fact, no, actually, he does stop at 4. So not a whole lot of healing potential here. The larger his army gets, the more of a problem that becomes.
Yeah. We see those observers doing such good work so far from MyuNgSiK. He's able to see whether or not those army units, those medevacs, start coming towards his natural, and he's totally defended. He's got Phoenixes out the wazoo. He's making a second Stargate here and getting that +1.
So now he's got 1 wazoo making Phoenixes, and he's got the other one coming out of Stargate. That's the other word for
wazoo.
Stargate is the wazoo, yeah. That's what
it's actually in the dictionary.
That's what the Protosses call it. You know, with their weird language where they say made-up words sometimes. You know, I've been teaching some zealots English.
How's that going for you?
They're still telling me that they don't understand the difference between, like, when they're under attack, like when they're totally wrecking the army, they still think they're supposed to say we cannot hold. I'm telling them no. That's when you're having some trouble. Only on the other case where actually like 8 zealots kill 5 zerglings. That's you don't want to say we cannot hold in this case. They're still having some trouble, but I think we can work it out.
Those zealots, man, not the smartest of the bunch.
They're just not very good at English.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Especially the StarCraft I ones. They were...
Oh, God.
They were a handful. Well, coming over here towards the middle of the map, a lot of cannons, because he knows this is innovation. He's going to move that. He's going to do 3 goes, +2 timing with +1 for the Vikings. He's like, I've seen this before. We actually saw a hold against innovation in the GSTL. Somebody did this exact same thing. I can't remember the pros, but he was just like, your innovation, he made 9 or so cannons. It's like right at the front. He was like, no. You want to do this? You're going to pull all your SCVs? I'm going to make so many cannons, it'll never be worth it. And I think we're actually going to see this timing. The barracks are ready to rally. 4 more Vikings coming with this next wave. 2-2 and the +1. Cannon's totally warranted.
Yeah, makes sense. We've seen cannons like every game, actually, to defend against this kind of pressure here when you're going against this style. Or when you're going with this style, rather,
yeah,
as the Protoss.
It's like, come at me, bro, cannons.
I can defend anything, cannons.
That they are, so 6 Colossi as well. I don't know, man. He may have missed his window here if he really wants to do the SCV pull. He may actually just be gearing up to do some more pressure, but he's not, and take another base. Because he's also making SCV still. He's up to 70. I'm not so sure he's going to do. Yeah, there's a +3. He's not. He's actually just going to use his upgrade advantage again and continue to take some fights.
Yeah. Could see a very similar game to the one we saw last time, which is pretty good treat. I mean, these fights that go back and forth between these two compositions is always very fun.
And we get to see some more TVPs tomorrow as well, so I'm really curious to see if these two pros just really like this style, or if this has kind of become a metagame shift that's happened in between seasons here. Because we saw a decent amount of TVP in Code A, and it didn't really look like this.
No, no.
So 17 Phoenix are right now versus the 18 Vikings plus the cannons. No SCV pull. Vikings coming in here, the factory to tank. And EMP goes down on a lot of these units. Another one comes down, and solid EMPs all around. And this may be too much innovation, but the force fields are excellent, holding that bio back.
The time warps as well, really slowing down this army. But again, Colossi are going down, and Innovation is pushing up that ramp. MyuNgSiK right now forced to fight with probes, actually. And the Phoenix is doing whatever they can. They're trying to do a mass lift here, and they're actually able to.
This is actually crazy. He holds. What? I watched that army supply on the top right drop in no time. Those Marines came in, and the Colossi were just ready to have a field day. It's a lot of Innovation army there, but he's finally getting his armor upgrade. Innovation's getting closer to 3-3 and still has 4th base on the way. Massive worker lead. Very similar situation to the last game.
Those camera shots, man. Both of these guys under an immense amount of stress right now. You can see it on their faces. They're both like shifting in their booth. They're like, oh, okay. One of them, Innovation, is like, okay, the attack didn't work. I got to go back.
Sorry.
I got to go back and just regroup and get my army back. I got to make my Vikings. And MyuNgSiK is like, oh my god, I just barely held that.
That factory kill, by the way, is kind of important because he can't make any more starports until he replaces that. And I mean, with 4 Vikings at a time coming out for Innovation right now, that's plenty enough until the second Robo finishes and he gets like a fleet beacon out and we start to see, you know, crazy Phoenixes.
Yeah. Right now we just got mentally stable ones, but not crazy ones just yet.
Look at that one though. You see that one move a little bit? I don't know, man. They're getting crazy.
That guy's got a tick, man. He's something going on with that guy.
Fleet Beacon is also coming up here. I think Innovation. I said I was about to say. I have a feeling he knows he's being watched here based on his movements. Does scan. This base is just not going to happen, and this is something that Innovation is really banking his chance on here. He's like, okay, I got 3-3. You don't. You're never going to take this 4th base. All right, 7 ghosts is that Innovation's lucky number here. He starts to spread, eliminates those cannons without any support. Marauders make quick work of those. And okay, here we go. Spread here on these Phoenixes is decent, and it's a mostly Marauder army. Well, I wouldn't say mostly, but quite heavy on the Marauders. Picks off that Mothership core again.
Yeah. Still, I feel like Innovation is getting the better trade. Like you said, he's denying that 4th base for so long. MyuNgSiK is having trouble really producing this big composition with only those 3 bases so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's got double Colossus production on, but doesn't leave a lot of room for these upgrades. He's going to have 1-1 in a second. That'll put him only 2 sets of upgrades down. Only 2 sets of upgrades down. He's getting Anion Pulse Crystals, and that's going to put him into a better place as well, but 4th base is starting to be pretty desirable. And this is the map, actually, that everyone says taking a 4th base is almost impossible on. And Innovation has managed to take a 4th base against a Protoss. Not only that, but he's taking a 5th. And it's ready. Like, it's not like he's making that. You see it on the main map, you're like, oh, he's probably making that. No, it's done. factory's almost redone as well, so you can keep making more starports. Here we go. It's actually a really nice angle right now for MyuNgSiK's army, but the EMPs, are they too much?
I don't know, a lot of these Colossi going down, being sniped right now. The Phoenix trying to lift a lot, but so much terror remains, and an immediate GG. Wow.
That was a Colossus graveyard right there, man.
Again,
that was a pretty anticlimactic finish there.
Yeah, it ended like so quickly. Innovation just did really, really well for the map. He held him on 3 bases for so long. And MyuNgSiK's going to have to think hard and long about whether or not he wants to go with the style again. And does he pick a map that's good for that style, or does he change it up?
He is shaking, man. His hands are shaking. It almost looks like he's been moved to tears here. His hair does look very good, though. He's very handsome. He like fixes it in the booth and like, he's like pulling a Marth or something.
His hands really are shaking. That's incredible.
By the way, is Innovation the Korean Marth? I think he is, man.
DAE.
DAE.
Think that.
DAE, see it? I see it. Turn that headset into a beret and you've got, is that the right word for that?
Yeah, beret.
All these French words, man, they're hard. Like, I use berets, cappuccino, that's Italian.
Escargot.
I'm like, baguette, I mean, what is that? What is that, baguette? MyuNgSiK versus Innovation, Game 3. Decide which one of these two guys is going up to the winner's match. Innovation's able to take it. We see a Terran versus Terran for the first time this year, I believe. So,
and I think everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants that. They want Innovation to pass as well. They want him to win.
Yeah, he's
definitely
fan
a fan favorite here.
All right, Game 3, it all comes down to this. On